Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this special day. Before we begin, I'd like to make a few special announcements. I understand the seating situation in this room is not exactly ideal, so if you'd like to view the ceremony from a better angle, you're welcome to stand behind the wedding ceremony table there. As the entire ceremony is being professionally documented by a talented photographer, I'd like to politely ask that you refrain from all photography. Please bear witness to this beautiful union with your full attention, your own senses, rather than directing your focus to your phone screen. Don't worry, the photographer is here and we're about to file some very legally binding paperwork, so no one in attendance is going to forget what's about to take place, regardless if it isn't immediately posted on social media. It should go without saying that you should silence your phone now as well. Please silence your beeper if you're time traveling here from 1994. Please remain seated until the ceremony comes to a complete stop. Should the ceremony experience a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will be deployed. If you have a young child with you, please secure your mask first before theirs so you may teach them a valuable lesson in self-reliance. Please continue to observe the no smoking signs posted nowhere because it's just common sense and common decency. There are several emergency exits. The fact that none of the wedding party has used any of these yet is a very good omen for tonight's events. And with all that official gibberish out of the way, let's have some fun and make a lasting memory. Now that we got the official pageantry out of the way, we can focus on why we're here. To put it simply, in the words of a great fictional mathematician named Ian Malcolm, we're here because life finds a way. Rob and April. Two beautiful souls that found each other and are now bravely committing to solidifying their union, both in vows pledged to each other and within some legal paperwork and all the tax credit, the tax benefits that come with that. But bureaucracy is not exactly why everyone here is in their best attire. No, they're here to witness and celebrate this monumentous declaration of love and responsibility you have set for each other. And the open bar was just a cherry on top. The concept of love is a phenomenal force at the core of the human condition. Not only is it a chemically induced physiological condition that drives each of us to seek company in others, it is an abstract concept like faith. And much like having faith, love does not require cliche gestures to validate its existence. Gestures like displays of affection, gifts, favors, rings, or elaborate ceremonies and parties like this. Those are not what's special. It's the intentions behind them. Love is an abstract that manifests itself into being purely through our generous intentions for one another. It is a personal emotional state that reaches out to the world with active intent to care for and nurture the best in others. The love that April and Rob share is a continuing mutual act of pure intention. The late great television show host and sweater enthusiast, Mr. Rogers, once wrote, "Love isn't a perfect state of caring. It is an active noun, like struggle. To love someone is to strive to accept that person exactly the way he or she is, here and now." That being said, the act of marriage is an incredible responsibility. To actively accept our chosen partner, not just the way they are right here and now, but to also continue to do so as we evolve throughout our lifetime. Scientifically speaking, everything tangible in the universe is susceptible to a constant state of change. Just ask the dinosaurs. But an abstract concept like love does not need to abide by these universal laws of entropy. As long as you willfully continue to honor your commitment to each other, to actively reach out to one another with care and empathy. This act of getting hitched is just for you two to officially declare in front of friends, family, and God your intentions to care for each other indefinitely from here on out. And the rest of us, we're just here to wish you the best of luck. Because make no mistake, this is a courageous commitment. And that you are undertaking, and it will not come without hardship. And being that most of us are from Cleveland, I think a lot of us here know something about commitment through hardship. Go Browns. As much as I want to romanticize this special day for you guys, with like it was some common fairy tale ending, there is no such thing. This is only just the beginning of another chapter, and there's no such thing as a happily ever after. The reality is that the strength of this marriage will rely on a constant and open communication, as well as constant willful effort to accept each other and the ever-changing circumstances that are laid before you. There will be an ongoing test to the integrity of the goals you set today. Love endures regardless of the differences and ever-present obstacles. Love always endures as long as we continue to seek it. And as I'm putting my official stamp of approval on this whole soiree, I have faith that each of you are ready to start this journey. Love is or isn't, but it's something that words almost always fail to do justice. That's because it's a very personal and very subjective. Therefore, it's open to personal interpretation. I would argue that it is our actions that follow on those words, that will describe love best. Those actions will give these vows integrity and faith that will inspire love to grow and prosper. And so, within the limitations of the English language, I will now ask the bride and groom to recite their vows for each other. There will now be a coin toss to determine who will go first. The bride will call heads or tails. Tails? All right. It is tails. You can choose to give your vows or defer.
I'm going to go first. My voice is lost, so we'll see how this goes. I promise to be patient, kind, and accept your flaws as you've accepted mine. I promise to respect you and your musical tastes which is why we will not be playing Jimmy Buffett or Meatloaf at the reception. I will also promise to never make you listen to the Hamilton soundtrack in its entirety. But remember that marriage is all about compromise, so I can't say the same about Taylor Swift. I solemnly swear to always be on the lookout for the next great adventure, and to always look for ways to escalate our never-ending prank war. And I want you to know I'm very serious about that part, so when we get to the part about the rings, you should take a good look inside the ring box. Lastly, should we decide to do a vow renewal, I promise I will not break my foot or lose my voice in the days leading up to the wedding. The end.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment is what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gonna make you understand. I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Can you just hold up that, and Jared, can you hold up the ring box, please?
Sure.
Show what's inside.
Get it out. Hopefully it's still in there.
Oh God, yes.
There you go.
Yes. The picture is
It's the same weird picture.
Sure. That was beautiful. All right, keeping in tradition, you may now place the ring on your bride.
First timer here.
Okay, now ready for the official stuff. All right, April, do you take Rob to be your husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and when you get healthy again, for richer or for poor, as long as you both shall live?
Say yes.
She said yes. Rob, do you take April to be your wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And by the power bestowed upon me by the state of Ohio, and as the dude abides, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Where you move each day.